The Cenk Uygur, man. Cenk Uygur is absolutely on point. His caustic description is very detailed, very visual, with his words. It's just, so Cenk Uygur, okay, it's February 20th, 2020, day after the Las Vegas debates. Cenk Uygur said that Elizabeth Warren won the Las Vegas debate, but Bernie Sanders won the nomination. They all treated him like a front runner. They all gave him respect. So Warren, kicked ass and took names that won debate, which was wonderful, which was fantastic. And then Cenk Uygur said on Michael Bloomberg, apparently $60 billion, can't buy you a clue. He's running for Congress, running this media thing. Fucking Cenk Uygur is a titan. He is, a boss. And he annoys the shit out of me, but he's, his heart's in the right spot. From the Twitter sphere, I'm not sure who said this, but Amy Klobuchar is like the chummy teacher who tries to tell you a couple corny jokes just to get you to like her, and then she turns around and ruthlessly prosecutes black kids. Amy Klobuchar, the Baconator, herself and Pete Buttigieg didn't shake hands after the debate. So Amy and Pete don't like each other. Neither does Mike and Liz. So the DNC, the debate, they put them right next to each other. I mean, I thought that, I don't know, I thought that somebody was going to punch somebody. If somebody would have knocked out Bloomberg, I don't think that that's bad politics. That's good politics. Especially if they, talked about your family. Did you just talk about my family? Boom! Don't you ever dare disrespect me or my family again. You got it? So, yeah, the Baconator and Pete are not having... So Biden had some protesters interrupt him for a few moments at the end. Lester Holt took a moment and got rid of the disruptors, then let Biden speak. Later on, we're going to find out that they were shouting, "You deported 3 million people!" So, the deporter-in-chief, Obama, they deported a shit ton of people, and I think they did have a lot of... I don't know if they started the kids in cages thing or if it was before then or when it actually began. But Obama deported a shit ton of fucking people. So this is why, it's incredible that y'all needed Donald Trump. Why? To deport even more people than Obama? God damn. So deporting a shit ton isn't enough. You need to deport a shit ton and a crap ton, huh? A shit ton, crap ton, and a... I don't know. Dinosaur Apollo shit ton. So that was the Refugee and Immigrant Center for Education and Legal Services took credit for the protest at the Las Vegas debate last night, which they probably shouldn't have. I mean, you couldn't even tell what the hell they were saying if they hadn't reported it later on. And I'm only, I'm buying into that this is what, why would anybody take credit for it? But, if I believe that, that's what they said. But basically, it just sounded like a bunch of shouting. Then other people were shouting over other people. And then the moderator, Lester Holt, said, "Shut it down." And then we didn't hear shit. Tulsi Gabbard and Tom Steyer was not at the Las Vegas debate. And so this is the main issue that I want to talk about. On the ballot in Nevada, so this is the Nevada debate because there's Nevada caucuses. Just had 4 days of early caucusing. 33,000 people showed up at the very last day for early caucusing. And then the actual official Nevada caucuses is the Saturday. So in Thursday, Friday, Saturday, right? So just 3 days away, 3 days, 2 days away. So we're going to find out what happens in Nevada, the night of Saturday. So at 9 p.m. or so. So there's been a lot of shenanigans that have happened, but at the debate, Tulsi Gabbard and Tom Steyer were not at the debate. Tulsi Gabbard, Tom Steyer, Tom Steyer. They weren't at the debate because they didn't qualify. They didn't have this or that. But they're on the ballot in Nevada. Michael Bloomberg isn't on the ballot in Nevada. He's not on the ballot in South Carolina. He ain't on the ballot in Nevada. He ain't on the ballot in South Carolina. Tulsi and Tom Steyer is both on South Carolina and Nevada. But they weren't on the debate, but Michael Bloomberg was. Michael Bloomberg got on the debate without having to get any of the donations, the grassroots, so-called grassroots donations, where they had to get like 250,000 across 20 different states. So the grassroots donations, right? That fucked over Andrew Yang several times. That fucked over Tulsi Gabbard several times. That fucked over Mike Gravel's entire, candidacy. That fucked over a lot of people. So it's bullshit. It's not fair. Tom Perez is clearly lying. We saw the fucking video where he says you can't change the rules midstream, and then he changed the rules midstream. And, even though Bloomberg has, he crossed the threshold, right? He's polling nationally pretty good. So that's saying something, right? But the polls got Donald Trump wrong, so what the fuck do the polls know? So he's able to get up into the threshold, but the goddamn rules are the goddamn rules. If we're gonna, change, you can't change rules midstream, and that's exactly what the fuck you did for Bloomberg. So Bloomberg is buying this. He's a racist piece of shit, but he's donated to a lot of black mayors to the cities or their campaigns or some shit. So now there are like 100 black mayors, which is amazing. Bloomberg's just a piece of shit, so he basically wants just to buy the presidency. He's going to have to win the American people over. So I think he knows now, that it's going to be a tough fight. But if he comes back next week for the next debate, that would be amazing. Everybody would tune in, and it would be exciting. And if he came prepared, if he actually did, a decent job, a little bit better, a little bit more fight, a little bit more speaking up, I don't think it was a total loss. I don't think it was a total wash for him. I could see him not going to any more of the debates anymore. He's got 2 weeks, for damage control until Super Tuesday, because he's not on the ballot. He's not on the ballot in Nevada. He's not on the ballot in South Carolina. So even though the DNC, with the grassroots donations, has fucked several of the candidates over, Tulsi, Yang, Marianne Williamson, Mike Gravel, even though they fucked him, Bloomberg's on there anyways, and he got on the debate stage when he's not even on the fucking ballot in Nevada or South Carolina. So he's not even an option. He's not even a choice. The people of Nevada is going to go there and be like, well, where's, I saw Bloomberg at the debate, but I'm not allowed to vote for him. No, he wasn't on the ballot. He said, fuck your states. He said, fuck those first 4 states. He's just going to do Super Tuesday. South Carolina, exact same fucking thing. And so the fact that he gets on the debate stage, but the other 2 candidates who's been in there the whole fucking Tom Steyer was in there halfway, but Tulsi Gabbard's been in there the whole goddamn time. Tulsi Gabbard and Tom Steyer, I would say, are Bernie Sanders' biggest allies. So Bernie had to take all those neoliberals on, by himself, and, did some kicking ass and taking names, did some kung fu fighting. Bernie Sanders, I hope, is going to just sail all the way to the championship, because these neoliberals are going to fight amongst each other. I did hear something about them, wanting to go to the convention. But I just want to mention, I keep on reading the treasure trove of all this bullshit about how Bloomberg sucks. I just read actually about how Bloomberg actually gave Donald Trump's company, or a company he manages or some shit, $4 million for some loft of a Trump building in New York City. So Bloomberg actually rents from Donald Trump. He pays him $4 million. He's got a contract with him, pays him $4 million. There's been several times Bloomberg said he loved Trump. Oh, I love the guy. He's a national treasure, he said of Donald Trump. So fucking Mike Bloomberg calls Donald Trump a national treasure, that he loves him. And so this is all about stopping Donald? Are you sure this is all about stopping Donald? So the more shit that just comes out of it, I don't see how anybody, I don't see how the fuck, you just met the motherfucker and you're going to sit there and say, well, I saw an ad, a political ad, and it convinced me that's all you needed, huh? A goddamn political ad. So Bloomberg's ultimate test is going to be on Super Tuesday. He's got 2 weeks to weather the storm. He's got another chance to fight back in another debate 1 week from now, South Carolina's debate. So that's just going to be the same thing. Is Bloomberg going to show up? What is everybody going to say? So Bloomberg is the fucking man. He's the main, the show. If he doesn't show up, and then that means the rest of it, if anything, there's a unison in terms of hating on Bloomberg. But the 7 candidates that are on Nevada's ballot, Tom Steyer, Pete Buttigieg, Amy Klobuchar, Liz, Bernie, Biden, Tulsi Gabbard. So Tom Steyer, Tulsi Gabbard. They are going to be, people are going to vote for them or they're not going to vote for them, but because they weren't at the, the debate, they might think that they're not serious or they're not allowed or they're not running still, even though they are still running. So the perception, the debates are very fucking important. I feel like if Ralph Nader would have got in the debates, if Jill Stein, if any of the Green Party, Cynthia McKinney, if any of the Green Party ever got into the debates between the Republicans and the Democrats, they would kick ass and take names. They would definitely, more than double. They would definitely get 10, 20, 30% of the vote. They would get a shit. So the fact just getting into the debate is the biggest, fucking deal for third parties. So these are the ones that look like they're running, but you have, and Bloomberg isn't even there. So those are the 7 candidates that are on Nevada's ballot: Tom Steyer, Pete Buttigieg, Amy Klobuchar, Liz, Bernie Biden, Tulsi Gabbard. Pete Buttigieg, he likes to pretend that black folks like him. I mean, they don't, right? Black people just don't like Pete Buttigieg. I think it's because he's super white bread, just clinched asshole, stuck up, fucking snobby, entitled piece of shit. It's a time for incrementalism and turn a page, bold and moderate. I hear you, America. Vote for me, Pete. I hear you and love you. I feel your pain, and I love you. I love you so much. Yeah, so Klobuchar, Liz, Bernie, Biden, Tulsi Gabbard, Tom Steyer, they're all going to be on Nevada's ballot, but not goddamn motherfucking Bloomberg. Not motherfucking Bloomberg. So, yeah, the fact that Bloomberg's not even on the fucking ballot is such bullshit. And Nevada can even waste their fucking vote on these candidates who have dropped out. Andrew Yang, Duvall, Patrick, Michael Bennett, John Delaney. So there's 4 more names that's, not on the ballot. Bloomberg isn't on the ballot. So how come Michael Bennett and John Delaney and Andrew Yang wasn't at the debate? I know they dropped out and their name's not on the ballot, but who gives a shit? Well, we're just making shit up, just pulling shit out of our ass like Tom Perez and, oh, here's brand new rules. I know that the rules were the rules, but look at this. I found some new rules. Oh, wow. Does it have anything to do with the fucking $1 billion that Bloomberg just dumped on all these fucking Democrats, state Democrat parties, the DNC? He's been given, he gives money to, I guess, good causes and shit. $60 billion, because he worked hard for that. He worked hard for that. So there's also an uncommitted option at the ballot box, too. So, in a way, if you're a Bloomberg supporter, vote for uncommitted. No way. You're for Bloomberg or nobody else. You're a Bloomberg or bust kind of person. Bloomberg or bust. It's Bloomberg or nobody else. If it's Bloomberg, I'm going to vote Green Party for the rest of my life. Fuck the Democrats. The Democrats have no fucking hope. They've never had any hope. And, it's kind of hard to rehabilitate a counter-revolutionary party. I'm trying, Democrats. I'm really trying. I really feel like we should be for democracy. I mean, Democrats, democracy. So we should be the ones that are for the, majority, the person who gets the most votes. Popular vote, like in Iowa or the Electoral College 2016. You know what I'm talking about? Republicans have opted out of having a caucus, so Nevada's going to have a Democratic caucus, but no Republican caucus, which is fantastic, because Donald, would have won Nevada no matter what. He already wins it, He already wins it no matter what. It doesn't, why fucking waste everybody's goddamn time? So Nevada is doing, is being smart. Why waste everybody's time? Just give it to Donald. But I'm even happier because they don't, they won't announce that he won. After, the old Iowa thing, I'm paying attention to Iowa, you'll see some news article pop up that says, Donald Trump wins the Republican caucus, the Republican primary. Oh, really? Was there anybody running against him? Was that even a fucking race? And then he wins by 97, 98%. But Fox News loves that headline, right? Donald wins New Hampshire. Donald wins Iowa. Probably brings back all those nostalgic memories of when he actually did win Iowa and New Hampshire, when he was an absolute whatever, doing his thing in 2016. So the Republicans don't have a caucus, whereas the Democrats do. Do I want to keep on speaking? No. I'm trying to stick to basically one main issue, couch it in between, you know, the reporting. I think the information is good. I think I'm a pretty funny guy, maybe not the best comedian in the world and talker when I get all pretty stale, but the main point of this video was just that Bloomberg gets on the stage and then, you know, Tom Steyer and Tulsi don't. Tulsi Gabbard's been in there the whole time. Tom Steyer's been in there for, what, 5, 6, 7 months. And this motherfucker just got in a couple months ago and he gets, you know, on the debate stage. Meanwhile, Tulsi Gabbard and Tom Steyer stays in the background. So I like Tulsi and Tom Steyer. I like them way better than fucking Bloomberg. In fact, I think Tulsi and Tom Steyer are probably Bernie's allies, and I think the biggest progressive who siphons votes off, because I could see Tom Steyer and Tulsi giving their votes to Bernie, but Elizabeth Warren, I could see her holding the delegates until she gets, you know, whatever the fuck she actually believes in or really wants, a position, a job, or, you know, some policy. But that's fucking bullshit, right? Isn't that bullshit? Nevada's going to go there. Oh, I'm voting for Bloomberg. I saw him on the debate stage. Oh, you're voting for Tulsi and Tom Steyer? Are they even in the... Or they weren't in the debate. Are they even running? Yeah, why are you voting for them? They don't have a chance. Nobody even knows that they're running anymore. But I'm Bloomberg. I'm a big Bloomberg. I'm going to vote for Bloomberg. Can't wait for Bloomberg. Nah, I'm caucusing for Bloomberg. Well, he's not on the thing, so I have to be uncommitted? All right, then I'm a caucus for uncommitted. Nah, it's Bloomberg or bust. I'm a Bloomberg or buster, so it's, you know, he's the only one that can beat Donald. He's the only one. I don't think anyone else can. It's just him. Well, he's the only one that can beat Donald and Bernie. So we got to beat Bernie first, and then we got to beat Donald. That's if we're Democrats, we hate, you know, our progressive base. Republicans embrace their base, but the Democrats, they hate their progressive base. You know what I mean? They're Joan Rivers. What? Yeah. Yeah, so that's my point. I already said my point, so anyways.